Okay, so I'm going to be doing some base and clear on the truck today, and I'm just kind of trying to figure out a strategy for this. Now the doors are fairly easy. I'm just doing the back sides. Then when they get mounted, I'll do the outsides, along with the outside of most of the cab. But obviously some of the cab, it's better off to do that right now. Now, doing the roof and the dash and the back panel, all should be fairly easy. I still have to clean off the floor. I'll do it down to this line, although I think I'm going to end up bed lining it probably all the way up. The kicks are going to get done as well with paint, not with bed liner. There are a couple of spots that are just a bit of a nuisance though, and that is in particular on the inside, this edge right here. Since I'm going to end up doing the jams in a separate step, I'm going to have to mask off this area to keep overspray from getting onto any of this. Now it's not a critical part, so it won't be too big a deal. But then I have to think about the next step, and the next step is to do the jams. And because the jams basically flow into the rest of the body, it's kind of hard to do. So, and obviously I'll have to mask off, some of the overspray from getting into the cab as well once I'm doing the outside of this, because I think I'll do that in a separate step from that. Ugh. Some experience in this would have been nice. So we will see what we do here. Like the biggest problem is actually stems from the fact that I didn't, what I really should do is do the jams at the same time I do the interior. But the problem is, I got to step over these to do that part, and that doesn't work very well. I don't know, maybe the smart thing to do, as I ramble here, is just leave the outer rocker, or door sill, whatever you prefer to call it, for last, but do everything else. Except for the pillars, because the pillars are visible. Oh, okie dokie. You're still going to have to worry a bit about getting overspray on the top of the dash, though, when you're doing this part here. Because this is actually all covered up by the weather stripping. Yeah. Okay, so that's probably the easiest way of doing it. Leave the sills for one separate step, and then do everything else at the same time. Okay, I think I got it figured out in my head. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning in the vehicle here, and then I'm going to I want to get another light in here for when I'm spraying the roof. So I got to fix another light. The only other light I have that's free, one of these is broken. So I'll get to that. Then I'll do cleanup. Then I'll mix my base, and I guess I will move on to the painting stage. Okay, I've done some masking here, and it may look stupid, and it is kind of. But I'm not shooting the rocker. I'm only shooting the interior, and I'm going to do the jams. And I really should mask off this part, but it's kind of hard to do, so I'm going to shoot from this angle and just hope that, the eclipse of the edge of the metal isn't going to cause any great amount of overspray on the pillar. Same is true along here. From this point of view, I shouldn't get any on the regular part of the cab. And hopefully we'll be good there. It will mean that these drip edges will probably end up getting two coats. I'll have to decide how I'm going to mask that off when the time comes to paint the exterior. But otherwise I think I'm ready to go here. I'm going to go mix my paint, shake my paint, mix it, and I guess I'll shoot it. So the next shot should be 1, 2, or 3 coat. Well, it's going to get 3 coats. And, we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so I've got, and this has been drying for a little bit, so I'm not wearing a mask. I've got 2 coats of base on everything. The roof is looking a little bit less well covered, but some other things are showing some color variation here as well. So I'm hoping a 3rd coat will even all this out. Doors, back sides of the doors are done there, also showing a little bit of color variation there as well. This one doesn't look too bad, although it looks different in the display on this thing. So anyways, I'm going to give it a third coat, then I guess I'm going to let it sit for another hour and a half, whatever. And I'll see if I still see color variation. If so, then I will give it a fourth coat in any areas that you would normally see. Now, back wall here is showing some runs, and I think that was actually runs in the primer back there. So dash doesn't look too bad. You know, it's I think any color variations you're seeing are probably just the light, but it's really hard to tell. Firewall needs a little bit more. You know, basically I'm hoping that the third coat will even everything out, because I can see some color variation in the firewall as well. We'll see how it goes. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. It's very noisy in here right now. 3 coats on the roof, and it looks pretty even. 3 coats on the dash, which looks okay before. 3 coats on this upper part of the back part here, but not on this part here. Only 2 on there. I am going to mix some more paint because I ran out doing the doors. Firewall has 3 coats as well. To bring one of those fluorescents out to have a look at it as well, see how it looks. Did not get a third coat on the back side of this door, and only got, I don't know, about 2/3 of the way done on this door. But it's all looking pretty good. I don't think I'm going to need to do another coat, but I'm hoping I can get some clear on tonight. Let's wait and see what happens here. Okay, so 3 coats on everything, including that back wall there. I've still got a little bit of paint left. I'm going to leave this for half an hour. Come back out and see if it looks any different. I did hit the top where it looked a little bit lighter again. I can actually still see something that looks light. But I'm going to leave it for an hour, or half an hour. See if it evens out, and if it does, then I won't worry about it. I haven't decided if I'm going to try and clear tonight or not. It's still pretty hot, but it is cooling off. But I'm roasting, and I think everything is turning out okay. Amazingly enough, minimal runs. No runs I can see on the doors. And the only spot, you know, that matters, like there's a run there, but the only spot where there was a run, or maybe it was too heavy, was right there on the dash. And on a kick, I got it a little bit too heavy on that kick. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. Now this repair here, it looks okay. It's not too obvious. It certainly is better than a dent. Now those holes that I filled, that one is still pretty obvious because the metal is distorted. That one probably, I should have given it another layer of filler. Far ones, I can't, this one concealed quite well, I can't even see it anymore. And that one up there, I think you can just see where there's a little bit darker spot there, because the metal is distorted and it's reflecting light differently. By the way, I don't use my organic respirator. I have a fresh air respirator for when I'm painting. The organic one is just once the noxious fumes have died down a bit. Bolts got done as well. Those got 3 coats. By my figuring, it's probably about an hour and a half more work to clear this thing, including all my cleanup time. But if I end up coming back out here and respraying some of this stuff, I won't do that tonight, but otherwise I think I will. Yeah, there's some subtle color variations along that front part there. I think you can probably see it. It kind of went away once I got a different angle on it. Very strange. See, it actually doesn't look too bad there. I don't know. Am I being too fussy? I don't know. We'll see. I think it's better to be fussy now, not knowing what to be fussy about, than to say, good enough, and then have it look like shit. Anyways, I'm gonna knock off for half an hour or so. Okay, so this is a familiar view. The cab isn't looking too bad. You know, the only thing is I can see some color variation, but you know, it disappears from certain angles there. I still think it's there, but yeah, definitely you see it a lot more here. But I'm not sure if I'm just going to make more trouble for myself by trying to spray it again anyways. So it's kind of hard to say. One thing is, no, actually I can't see it in that picture. There was a color variation because of the way I sprayed. Actually, I think you can't see it right there. No, it disappeared. Bugger me. I want to clear it, but I did notice one thing here. That lightness is just the fluorescent light. It just made it look that way. It looks like it got fairly good coating. Some, you know, runs along here. But once again, this is under the hood, so I'm going to say I'm not going to worry too much about that. Looks a little thin right there. That's the only thing I see that might make me use that last little bit of the base that I've got. I don't know how long I have to recoat this. I really wanted to get it done tonight so I could put the doors back on tomorrow, but if I leave the recoat until tomorrow morning, then it kind of messes that up. But I got a whole week going here, so it is a little bit annoying. And already some crud in it. I don't know. I swear, right here where they would have been overlapping, because obviously when I'm standing in, or sitting in it, crouching in the cab, however we want to say it, I'd go up to about the middle, and then I'd move around to the other side and do the rest. Ugh. I wonder if it looks better if I hold the fluorescent up. No, actually, I'm not noticing it. I swear I saw that before, but maybe it is just evening out more. I don't know. But in any case, this definitely exists. You know, you can see it right kind of like that. It was really obvious when I held up the fluorescent, so how to climb up here, stand on my axle, and I'm looking directly into that light. There. You can see it there. I don't really want to redo the whole dash there, but what I might do is I might just come stand here from the outside and respray that, use up the last of it. I guess I will clear it tomorrow. Ramble, 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 babble, babble, babble. Okay, in case I didn't mention it, doors look good, and even without the clear, they actually look not too bad. There's even a little bit of, well, it's like a semi-gloss, like they say. So I'm pretty happy with how the insides of the doors turned out. Certainly, I haven't done the outsides yet, but I'll do that when I put them back on. Oh, is there a bit of color variation there? No. I can kind of see something. Certainly see that dent that I didn't fill. Funny thing is that this camera really makes it seem light, whereas what I'm seeing, it looks a lot darker than what the CCD is showing you. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm gonna respray that and that. Okay, I think this has to be the end of it. I'm just making myself mental. Looks like it's very, very close to being even on the inside of the roof. I'm not going to say anything. Oh, holy man. I got the color on, oh well, it doesn't help to be looking into the light, but you can see a kind of a stripe there, but I think it's pretty good. I realize there's another thing I need to paint. Vents. Defroster vents. They're plastic, so maybe I might be able to just get some black ones and call it artistic merit or something. Now this door, I've been studying it, and it looks fine. But this door, I put my halogen light on it because it isn't quite illuminated as well as the other one. And I can kind of see a stripe there. And I'm just wondering if I'm just being a fussy prick. So, you know what? Clean the gun, call it quits, and take it easy for the next hour or two. Well, I think we're almost out of light as it is, so anyways, take it easy, that kind of thing. Oh, man. No clear tonight, obviously. I realized I can't really put those doors on tomorrow until I do the jams. So I guess what I'll do in the morning is I'll clear the cab, clear the back sides of the doors, and once that stuff has had an opportunity to set up, then I'll mask this area off, you know, up to about here, spray the rockers, and then after that sets, I can put the doors back on. So it doesn't look like these doors may not even be back on until Wednesday anyways, well, another day or two. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and feel free to comment.